Так.
Okay. Hello everyone. We are here at Founders Frontier. I'm Marianna Hrynyshyn from ABC Recruiting, and I'm hosting today Oksana Budz from Intelswift. Just a few words about Founders Frontier. This is a series of webinars with startups and small businesses. And again, it's for startups and for small businesses because we invite managers and co-founders and founders of those businesses to share their insights on how they set up, scale their business. And we believe that it can be a good platform for this startup business community. We met with Oksana at Lisbon at the Web Summit. And I still remember that Oksana was probably one of the most enthusiastic startup founders there, but there were like, I don't know, if not hundreds, then thousands of startups presented. And we are also compatriots, Ukrainians, so that's why we had like a good contact. And I'm happy Oksana agreed to be here today with us. I have a list of questions to you to learn more about what you do, about what kind of difficulty you had or have, and about your plans. Our guests, we do not see you, but our assistant can see you if you have any questions, so you can chat them in chat, yes, and I will check from time to time if we have any questions. So you're welcome to raise any issues if you do have, and Leah will help us to see that. So, Oksana, thank you again for being here with us today. So you told me a little bit about the weather in California, in San Francisco, because my imagination was that it's totally sunny, but it turned out that it's cloudy today. I even see it from the window. I'm like happy to host you, and I will start with my questions. So, could you please tell us like a little bit more about what is your startup about? What is the technology? Yes, why is it Intelswift? Why exactly this name? And when it was established, just like the very beginning of the story.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you, Marianna, for inviting me to your series of webinars. It's really a pleasure to be here. It's really great to open up and tell a story, what is behind Intelswift, what is behind my startup that I'm developing. So thank you again. Thanks everyone for joining. And to start with your questions, you already had like 3 or 4 questions. Yeah, I will start like to answer them step by step. So first of all, as I'm saying that every startup idea has a story behind it, and I am about to tell you about our story. So that was spring 2023, if I'm not mistaken, May 2023, when the story, let's say, have started. And back at the time, me and a co-founder, we were actually doing totally another business. We were launching our online IT courses, and we immediately ran into a lot of challenges and a lot of problems in customer service. So first, if you're familiar with this kind of business, online education business,
it was something like I want to learn Java, so I could
yes.
go on.
So we were educational platform for full stack development, front and back end. So what the challenges that we were facing? First, many leads who filled out our contact form never responded to our follow-ups. So we got missed leads. Second, sometimes it took us almost 3 days to follow up to every lead. I mean, that was great that we had a lot of leads, right? But it was just too long. And third, whenever we followed up with leads, every single conversation was started more or less the same, that we were just going through repetitive questions, over and over again. So we realized that it just happening every single time. First problem was that hiring and training salespeople actually turned out to be a really also a big challenge, even with pre-written script, even with the one-to-one trainings. Representatives often struggle to provide immediate answers to some IT-specific questions. For instance, question related to specific technology or program language, like more deep knowledge required.
Yeah.
And the last thing that we also faced that we were targeting students from different countries. So the language barrier also emerged as a problem. So as you can see, just running one business, you're facing a lot of problems in terms of customer service. And being a small business, we were like, just answered, questions ourselves, how we can overcome these problems, what we can do to solve it for us, for our business, how we can automate it and make it 24/7 basis and to be there for our prospects whenever they want us. So, and then the idea was born. So it started from AI chatbots that we understand. We realized that generative AI chatbots can help us to overcome a lot of these problems. But then later on during the development, we became this comprehensive tool that we are right now at Intelswift. So we have this tool of main features as AI chatbots, live chat, AI Copilot, and insights.
And what's the fate? May I ask here? What's the fate of this online training business? Is it still alive?
Well, as for now, it is on hold because that what I was about to say that during the first months of development and during the first months of market research, we realized that it's not just only our problem; it's actually way, way bigger. And we were not solving just our problem anymore. So it became a higher mission to help businesses automate their customer service at scale without adding workforce. So that's why we made a decision that we are putting our online IT courses on hold and decided to work specifically on developing this platform.
So it turned out to be a very good, I don't know, like a lucky strike, a good coincidence, because sometimes people are very upset when a business doesn't go well. And in your situation, one business just like gave birth to another business.
Yes, that's it. But you need to be, let's say, I think you need to stay positive. And I cannot say that we had a failure with that previous business. We just learned a lot and we came up with this such great idea that we are working right now. And I think that maybe one day we'll start to educate people again.
Yeah, that's very popular. Besides, we have so many online tools and access to so many people worldwide. And who are the founders? Because you keep saying we. Who is the second? Or there's maybe two more people?
Yes, so we are two co-founders, and another co-founder, Marianna Hrynyshyn. He's, let's say, partner in business and partner in life. So we are two from the very beginning, and and developing this from the scratch.
That's so great. I know so many great family businesses, but my opinion about family businesses wasn't positive until I started my own business. I was thinking that it's not something good, but I realized that when you're working with someone of your family member, you can always rely and trust on this person. So it's like even better synergy in this type of business. And
I feel the same because trust is really important for business partners. And when you can trust the person for 100%, it actually helps. And then you feel more supportive to each other. And it gives you motivation to go, and to grow. Because business is not like an easy path whenever you start a business. And Marianna, I think that you also know, right? That's especially at the beginning, it's really, ups and downs. So this support and this motivation helps
For sure. And what's your kind of personal story of a businesswoman? Because so you said that your so the beginning of Intelswift is a year ago. So what was before?
Oh well, that's a long story. But I won't take a lot of time of explaining this. Well, I think I always had this, entrepreneurial spirit. I always knew that I want to create something from scratch, a business that's gonna have a positive impact, and just to make this footprint. So I feel it just from the very beginning I understood that. So I also made steps towards my goals, and I graduated from so I studied in the US. I graduated with master's degrees in international business and disruptive innovation, which basically means that I had a lot of courses related to entrepreneurship. So after that, when the possibility came in, I just took it. I knew that at least having the idea right now, I know, thanks to the studies, I know how to start, from this idea, what to do, this first steps, at least first steps, because sometimes you can have a great idea and then like, whoa, where should I start? But there's also, always a roadmap. So from like little steps towards the bigger steps. So thanks to my knowledge that I gained during my university years, I had the possibility, to start from the small idea and made it big.
Yes, it's really important. That's really like basics like for entrepreneurship, because we know how many startups just die within the few years after they were launched, and it's really sad because the idea could have been really amazing, but maybe some other issues like, I don't know, planning, finance.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues, a lot of obstacles that come up, and you can be, great expert in your niche where you're developing your idea, but when you're an entrepreneur, you need to know way more. You need to know your technology. You need to have marketing knowledge, sales, finance, etc., etc. So then you face so many challenges, and you just cannot overcome it by yourself only. You need help. You need people. You need teams.
Yes, exactly. And you told me that when we discussed before this webinar, you told me that the main turning point of your startup was when you joined the accelerator. So can you tell us a bit more what kind of accelerator it is, how it works, so what kind of support you get there?
Yeah, thank you for this question, Marianna. Yes, indeed. We realized that our turning point was to get accepted to accelerator. We knew before that accelerators are good, because I read a lot, a lot of articles, a lot of success stories, and I was like, okay, we also need to get to some and see how it goes, how they can help us. But now, being in this program, being in accelerated program, it's just, I didn't know that it's going to have such a huge impact on us. So we got accepted to one of, if I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest European accelerators called Startup Advice Guys. And we are still on the program. It's still going. So we're still gaining a lot of knowledge.
So what exactly do they do? So you are accepted to an accelerator, and what happens to you then?
So then you have a lot of meetings with the team, and you have a lot of meetings with mentors, and mentors, these people who are, like push your boundaries and just make you work not for 100%, for 200%, I guess. And also you have a lot of workshops in different related to different topics. And the point is that accelerator covers all topics that you need to become successful startup, meaning that it's about strategy, it's about marketing, it's about sales, fundraising, it's about basically everything finance. So that's why during the accelerator, you're gaining so much knowledge that you just didn't have before. And it's, you're getting better as an entrepreneur, and also you're making your product better because you can apply this knowledge right away. So it's not like accelerator, you ended up being in one accelerator and that they just gonna tell you what to do. No, they give you knowledge and then it's like just up to you if you're gonna use this knowledge to improve your product or not. But I think that most people, most startups, they improve their products. A lot of startups, they even pivot their product. What actually we also did, we changed our product like a lot, and that's where we are right now. We understand that now we are way better, and we understand our market better, our customers better. So accelerator is really super nice tool for startups to try, especially when you are a first time founder, because you definitely have a lot of gaps in different areas.
Of course. So thank you for sharing. Yes, that's really important because I believe this is important to know for those who are planning to join accelerators and do not really understand what to expect. Yes, what you can expect from joining accelerator. So again, no magic bands. Yes, so you will have to do everything by yourself. Yes.
Yeah, that's, accelerator is not like, oh, I got accepted to accelerator, now I'm gonna earn, I don't know, 1 million MRR, or I just gotta get a lot of customers. It doesn't work like that. You need to work hard, but the team helps you so much. Mentors help you so much that you can just, you know that you can, make that MRR.
That's amazing. And your product is AI-based. So now everyone has access to AI. So we just discussed before the webinar is how people use even for simplest things in their life. And so what is it changes very quickly. Like, how does it relate to your product, and what is challenging from this point of view for you?
Well, thank you for this question. Yes, we are, let's say, based on AI, and even, there's a lot of businesses that are having AI features, but just some small, let's say, sort of features, but we are like super AI because we have generative chatbots and also AI Copilot. We also have AI Insights, which means that you can predict data, you can get anomaly detection. So a lot of AI features within our platform. And you are right that AI and this technology is really super fast moving, and there are challenges, but for us, it's cool that this technology is fast growing, because every day AI is getting better, which means that our product is getting better as well. And for instance, for our customers who, so we allow people, we allow businesses to create their personal, business AI. So their personal business AI with every single day is gonna getting better. So it's, from one side, it is a challenge that, because we need to, always be ahead of data, but from the other side, we are getting better every single day. So it is a challenge, but it also has a positive side of it.
And just to understand, because for those who do not know your company very well, so how does it actually work? So, for example, I sell something. I have an online store, yes, and It's for B2C. I have like visitors asking questions all the times, and I just can add a chatbot on my website, and it will be like smart enough to answer, I don't know, 90% of the questions of the visitors of my website.
So yeah, let's assume this type of business that you have people landing on your website and then asking questions, and then they have questions, so they need to ask these questions somewhere, right? Either contact form, then phone conversations, either digitally. So then you have this web widget on your website with our chatbot, like as a first touch point. So which means that it's not going to be, this kind of, so what I'm always saying right now, that there's two types of chatbots right now. First type, it's old one, when if you're going to type some random question, I mean, or just, question, chatbot will not understand your question and just say, I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. So it's either pre-configured bot for keywords, and just you wrote something that it's not pre-configured by keywords, or it just you just need to press buttons and go with the flow that is again also pre-configured. So that's all types of chatbots. They have really bad perception. People hate these chatbots.
Yes, they never help.
Yes, but right now that's a totally new era of generative AI chatbot that gonna understand what you are asking. They're gonna even understand your, let's say, feeling. Is it like a positive conversation or it's a bad, negative conversation? And also, for example, as you said about B2C business, that you're selling some products. So of course you have your database of products, and you also have your base of your customers. So chatbot will understand that, for example, that's a returning customer and can just make a personalized recommendation to this returning customer. And yes, have a real conversation with the person, ask any question, but we also understand that they're still developing, right? They're still getting smarter. So of course they cannot know everything that a person like a live agent knows. So that's why we also build a feature called live chat, which means that if a bot, if you're using our platform and your personal AI, your bot didn't get, I don't know, some sort of question, it can just make a handoff to a live agent, and then live agent gonna take take off the conversation and ask whatever the question is that bot didn't get it. But the next time, so you can like train your bot on that question, and then next time whenever this type of question will arise, bot will understand. So again, it's about constantly getting better. Yeah. So then. Yeah, so that's why
I want really to meet this type of bot somewhere. I'm trying to ask someone because sometimes I'm getting frustrated. So what you are telling me, so that sounds really awesome. So that would be great to see this type of chats. And so you are like describing complex systems. You do a lot of things. Your chatbot is very smart. So how many of you are there? A few hundreds?
Definitely a big group of engineers. But yeah, we are not a big team as for now. We are relatively small. We are a team of 12 people. So first of all, there's 3 co-founders because we just onboarded one more co-founder to our, let's say, co-founder team. So right now we are 3 of us, and also we have 3 full-time employees and outsourced team. So we like outsourcing because it's really, like easy, especially when you use such platforms like Freelancer, for example.
And where are you based? So you are in San Francisco, or are you all based in San Francisco, or it's distributed teams?
Well, it's really super distributed team. we are in San Francisco, but the third co-founder, she is in Ukraine. Then our full-time employees are in Ukraine and Algeria, and then outsource is in India, also in Thailand. So yeah, we are like.
When do you sleep? When do you sleep? What are your sleeping hours?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, exactly. And by the way, so you mentioned that there are three co-founders. So how do you distribute areas of responsibilities, or you don't do it?
No, we actually, yes, of course, we do that, and but first of all, we have super different backgrounds, just three of us, because Marian, he is in with tech background. He has more than 10 years of experience in Silicon Valley companies. So it's his main, let's say, main responsibility, main area. For instance, me, I'm in sales and marketing. And that's my responsibilities. And third co-founder, Yulia, she's in finance. So we know that, we have our areas of expertise. Of course, we discuss everything together. I mean, we have these strategic calls as well, but still we have these, borders. It's not like everyone is doing everything.
Okay.
Then it won't be efficient.
And it helps because each of you is an expert in certain niche, and that's why altogether you are doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, and yeah, it's exactly when you're when you have diverse team, it just increases your chances of success. Because as I said before about accelerator, you understand it, you cannot know everything. And then if you have, for example, you can know, I don't know, for example, finance, right? I understand a lot, but I'm not a deep expert. But there's the person who is a deep expert in this area. So, and that's the that's the key to success. That startups they really need to have this diverse team because it just increases the chances of success.
Sure. So you told us about your team, and as far as I know, one of the hiring, yes, because you don't have like a process of hiring yet. So one of the hiring was through quite an unusual, I don't know, way. So maybe you would share
it's really unusual.
this story.
Actually, I would say the story about like our three full-time employees, because two of them they are graduates from our program, from our online IT course. And when that was, the point of graduation, we already had the idea of that we want to make this idea about AI chatbots, the whole platform. And we were like, and we understood that we need, employees anyway. We need someone to find, and we decided that, hey, let's just offer an internship for these top two students. It's going to be great for them. It's going to be great for us. So we won't, lose time trying to find someone else.
Yeah.
And it just ended up that these guys were so dedicated and so good that we just, after internship, we made an offer for them. So they are working with us right now. And so they were, with us from the very beginning, from the point when they didn't know anything about engineering.
Okay.
And now they're really nice engineers with a promising future. And the third one, it's even more interesting because back the time with online courses, we made a lot of content in social media in terms of educational content. You know how it goes. And one guy just texted us in direct message that, hey, I really like your company. I like your content, but do you have by any chance an internship? And we were like, how come? Like, why he decided to ask this? Because we didn't have anything related to internship at all. It was about, teaching students. And we were like, what should we do? What should we do? So then Marianne said that let's give a try and interview him. And it ended up that he was really super qualified for the position. And and we also offered him internship, and then turned out that to be an offer for a job. So yes, we have like we found one person from Instagram. So can you imagine that?
No, it can be another success story for mine, because I'm also doing career consulting to people who are looking for a job here in Canada. So it will be another success story, another tool how you can find a job. Yes, in
Yeah,
Instagram.
it's like you never know. You never know
Yeah,
where you're gonna find your.
exactly. And so your teams are, like you said, very distributed. And we know that after the COVID, many people are trying to get people back to the offices. And sometimes I even read descriptions of vacancies, and it's written hybrid, 4 days in the office and 1 day at home. So it's not very hybrid, yes. So
Yeah.
what's your personal opinion about working remotely and about efficiency when working remotely?
So, well, we are working remotely since the very, very beginning, and there's several reasons for that, of course. But I don't feel like working remotely is making us less productive, because first of all, we already are used to this. We are a team of relatively like young professionals, so everyone is used to to digital. And as well, since we are so highly distributed around the world, we cannot
Yeah.
be at the one place and go to the office as someone can make it. But again, going to remote thing, I will say that sometimes it's even making you more productive, because but if there's a good planning. So I think that's our key to staying really highly productive, because planning is the
Do you
key.
mean planning, my personal planning,
I
or you
mean
mean the
planning, no,
company planning?
I mean planning, teamwork. So
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows their responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows
Okay.
tasks, everyone has a deadline for task to be done, and then you don't need to, to, let's say, to watch that person doing the task, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just need to have this task be delivered at the time of the deadline. So then the person is responsible for this distribution of its own time. And if the person can make it, I don't know, like in 2 days, but we I don't know,
Allocated, I don't know.
yeah, we'll get it like 3 days for the
Uh-huh.
task, and it's okay. That's
Right.
fine for us. It's just, be on time, stay productive, have the plan, and that's it. And that's why I personally think that we are a really productive team. Of course, sometimes there's, deadlines that are really, really crazy, especially working with Accelerator. But I think planning is the key.
So that's good.
It's not like,
So that's good to know for managers or for future managers, that it's not. So it's like 80% probably like responsibility of the manager, how the employee will do the job. So it depends a lot on the manager, how he plans, how he distributes the tasks, and so on. Of course, there's a huge responsibility on the employee, but still planning is like beforehand.
yes, that's for sure.
And in general, so your team is quite kind of small at this moment, but anyways, are there any other aspects except of planning to keep the team like motivating, engaged? Yes, because as you said, you're working sometimes on very like crazy deadlines. Yes,
Yes.
people need to have energy and motivation to do it.
I think another very important thing is that your team understands that they are not just, working hard and that's it, but they also there's also feedback, and they feel that they are part of something bigger, and they are, giving their footprint. So what I'm trying to say that it's really important for team to understand that they are part of it, not just co-founders who are, we are guiding, the startup, but they are also a big part of it. And without them, we wouldn't be here. So if, this kind of appreciation and be grateful and just say that thank you for your great work. Thank you for your efforts. We know that we pushed your boundaries. That was a crazy deadline. And whenever people understand it and feel it, that we appreciate their work, they keep being motivated because they know that right now they are working for that big goal, for that for that success.
Not just a very small task, and they don't understand what it is
It's
related to. Yes, it demotivates. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So
that's a
really
great
important.
insight. Yeah, because I'm as a recruiter, sometimes I heard from people that, oh, I was very I didn't want to work for this company because I didn't know what happens with the result of my work. So I just don't know. Nobody gives me this feedback. And I just like doing something without knowing if there are any outcomes or not.
Yeah, so that's about the feeling that feeling your footprint, feeling your impact.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So we are coming closer to the end of our webinar, and Oksana, so you have maybe not that in years considerable in years experience extensive, but you do have really extensive experience. Yes, you have a lot of experience. What would you recommend to those who plan to launch a startup or to launch a small business? What would be your top 3 recommendations?
Apply to accelerators. Well, I think first of all, I'm not joking. If you have idea and you are already working on that and you are just having some at least scratches, at least something, not just idea, oh, I want to do this. You did the work like market research, competitors, etc. Try to apply to accelerators, to any accelerator that you can to apply. Start from for example, from accelerators at your country, because there might be a lot of them, just in your country, or try worldwide. Because accelerator is that what I also wanted to add about accelerators, because they are, just boosting your growth. For example, there's a common thought that the growth that you can achieve at accelerator for during these 3 or 4 months of work, it is equal to 1 or even more year without accelerator. So it really, speeds you up, and maybe you're gonna gain that, knowledge that you need to succeed in, and they're gonna give you this knowledge because it's really hard to find people around the globe who gonna help you, even mentors. Oh my God, where to start? But when you're in accelerator, they are just provided to you, and you just need what you need to observe, this knowledge. So of course it is one of recommendation. Another recommendation is to take part in conferences like Web Summit where we met. It's really it also were really, really important for us when we were for the first time we showed our product to the large audience and we received feedbacks. And these feedbacks, it's either good feedback or bad feedback, but then you understand in which direction you need to work. So, and again, it's great place for marketing, right, from promotion as well. So tech conferences, if you're in tech ecosystem, or any conferences in your field, it's really, really important for you, even to validate your idea or validate your market, validate your customers. Networking is also really cool, and I think that everywhere in the world right now you can just find some networking events and go and talk to people who share the same values as you are sharing. For example, if you are an entrepreneur and you meet with another guys like that, of course you have some common things, which is also important, even to to stay motivated and keep going, not to give up. And so that's the main thing. Oh, actually, one more is to to read a book. It's really cool one. I'm reading it. It's Why Startups Fail by Tom Einstman. It's a book that it doesn't matter in what stage of startup you are. It's early stage or maybe growth stage or any stage. So the author explains the challenges that you can face in every single stage. So if you're gonna read this book really very, carefully, you can avoid the mistakes for you in the future. So this book is really a nice one to, to start and to understand what you can face in the future. Because at the beginning, I was like, okay, maybe the early stage is the hardest one. I was like, if you're gonna,
and then it will be easy.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be easier. But when I started to read, the chapters about growth stage, when there's like a lot of customers and they're growing and they're going to another market and then they fail, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for these valuable recommendations. I believe they are really practical. You sound very practical because this is what you do on a daily basis. It's not you are just managing, you are doing all those things. So that's really highly appreciated, this kind of recommendation.
Thank you.
And tell us also what are the plans of Intelswift for the near future. So you are under very extensive training, and so what are the next steps?
So we have a lot of plans, of course, but first of all, we are planning to raise funds in maybe 6 months from now. Also, we are planning to expand our team because we are in the age when we need to expand our sales and marketing team. So I think we're gonna open some vacancies maybe in 1 month or so, and also, we are right now launching a startup offer for because one of our missions is to help startups. So we are startup, and our platform was built initially for small businesses and startups. So we understand how it's hard to be a startup, right? We are in the same position right now. So we are launching a startup offer, and whoever is interested in this offer can just reach me directly.
And what is it about, this offer? Just to
it's
understand what is the idea?
So the startup offer, it means that you can use our platform for super attractive price. So, and not be afraid that you're gonna be charged, I don't know, like a lot, because of course startups, it's about restricted budgeting. So we want the startups to use our platform with super small price, and yes, and help them to get their customer support better, which means that if they're gonna make more revenue, they're gonna survive these hard times the first years, which is very important to survive. Yeah, so we are giving this possibility to startups to use our product in a relatively, not even relative, really super small price. Yes.
Okay, great. Great, thank you for sharing this. And let me check if we don't have some questions. We do have. Is there a difference between Ukrainian and Canadian startups there? I mean, in general, are there any difference between Ukrainian and Canadian startups?
Well, I cannot say about Canadian because I was never been Canadian startup ecosystem. But
you can say about US.
But you think I'm not sure. I cannot say that there's a difference because it's still, if you're a startup, I think it's just different paths when you're in different industries. But for example, if you're a tech startup, it's still, it's the same path that you need to go through. It's either US or Ukraine or Canada or any other country. Maybe just US, it's just the place where, especially Silicon Valley, it's just the place where you have more opportunities. You can meet more people, you can meet more investors, and it just increases your possibility to raise funds faster or raise funds at all. So I think it's just one thing. It's just about, possibilities, because here happens way more like meetups, way more events, etc. But in terms of building a startup, it's either in Ukraine or USA. I cannot say that because we are we are building startup in Ukraine, then we were in Spain, then we are in US, and it's nothing changes.
Okay, thank you. And we have one more question. What's been the biggest challenge in being investor ready? Any tips for being successful in Silicon Valley? So what's been the biggest challenge in being investor ready? And third question, what are any tips for being successful in Silicon Valley?
So about challenges of being investor ready, I think that right now it's just a competition is so high that it's like you cannot just have an idea and come and talk about your idea and that's it. For being investor ready, it means that you need to have like a perfect pitch deck. And this pitch deck, you need to have this perfect 3 minutes pitch. Be ready for any question, and like your competitors, uniqueness, why you're unique, like so on and so forth. So it's really a challenge because, again, you can have a great idea, but you need then to you need to persuade investors that your idea is the best, that they need to invest in you, and not that 100 other startups that they are also in the market. So I think that's the biggest challenge, because competition right now is so high.
And what's the like tips to be successful in Silicon Valley, or it doesn't matter in Silicon Valley or not in Silicon Valley?
But successful, it means successful startup, or what successful means?
I think successful startup, yes. I don't have, unfortunately, more information here.
So, well, it's kind of tricky question because, again, it's success. What means success for you? And I think it's not even about being successful in Silicon Valley, but tips for being successful, it means that to work hard on your idea, to know your competitors, know your market, because when you know your competitors, you can even understand your market better, you can understand your potential customers better. So that helps you to succeed as a startup. And also meet people, talk to people, get a mentor or mentors. I think it also really helps, because when you have someone from this help you and give this, let's say, neutral feedback, not like friends and family who gonna say your idea is amazing, it's like you're gonna succeed. And you as a startup
don't
founder,
ask your mom, right? Don't ask your mom for mentorship.
You as a startup founder, you're also in love with your idea, but if you're gonna have someone who gonna challenge you that's gonna also help you to succeed, because then you're gonna think differently, go, maybe it's not that good, maybe I need to work more. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I will check if there are any other questions. No, that's okay. We are done. Okay, Oksana, so thank you so much again for being here and for your motivating answers. Yes, because you're like raging and excited about what you are doing, and I believe for those who are just at the beginning of the story, it would be also very motivating for them. And thank you everyone who were here with us. We were at Founders Frontier. My name is Marianna Hrynyshyn from ABC Recruiting, and we are building a network of founders, like to support each other and to like share insights.
Yeah, thank you, Marianna, and thank you everyone who was here. And I hope that was useful. in any way for people who were here, who still are here. And yeah, if anyone has a question, can just reach me in LinkedIn. I will happy to answer.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And we will have more similar webinars with startup founders in coming months. So see you in March, and see you, Oksana. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.